we were in the state of Connecticut, and I was talking to you today, a state in which just about 1 out of 5 students in the public schools are low income. I'd be talking to you about giving kids an opportunity for an education, and that, believe me, every child deserves that opportunity. No one here in this room would doubt it, I'm sure. But in a state where a majority of your public school students are low income, and they are 2 grades behind in reading by the 4th grade, what you know is that if that particular cycle of performance isn't changed, very little else will change in the educational system. Now, it's a particularly difficult too because this is the state with the highest rates of child poverty. It is the state with the highest rates of children in extreme poverty. Our recent study documents for the first time that in Mississippi, 1 out of 7 children live in extreme poverty. That's a child living in a household where they have about $7 or $8 a day for that child's food, clothing, and welfare. The ability of those young children in the early ages to perform, the performance of those low-income students is not simply an issue of their opportunity to succeed. In a state with a majority of low-income students, it is the challenge of the entire state whether it will succeed or fail. Now, we know Robert Lynch, an economist from Washington College that the Southern Education Foundation has commissioned his work. Robert's econometric studies show that in Mississippi, if we would make an investment of $1 in child care that goes from child care to high-quality pre-K, and that high-quality pre-K or preschool would provide at least $7 in returns, and that's for a 4-year-old universal program where everybody's goes, to as much as $12.30 return for every dollar invested in high-quality pre-K if we focus on 3- and 4-year-olds who are low income. By any measure, it's an enormously good investment. No business person in this room would turn down a 7-to-1 investment. Not to mention the 12-to-1 investment. And these are not pie-in-the-sky numbers. Let's take this issue that I have dwelled on a bit. The non-promotion. Children having to repeat the same grade. From 1998 to 2008, the state of Mississippi spent over $2 billion because a student had to repeat the same grade. If you look only in that period of time, only at the 1st grade and kindergarten, the state of Mississippi spent almost $400 million because children weren't school ready and had to stay in the same grade a second time. During the last decade, looking no further than year to year, Mississippi has failed to start a statewide high-quality pre-K program because its leaders believe that it is a poor state without enough money. The truth is that Mississippi will remain a poor state without enough education, jobs, or income for its children and its grandchildren if it does not undertake every effort to invest in high-quality preschool now. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to begin.